Experiment to fight our state's drought and climate change.
Project Nexus will cover sections of Turlock Irrigation District's irrigation canals with solar panels. The canals will serve as the foundation for solar canopies to cool the panels, increasing their efficiency. The panels provide shade and wind and protection over the water, reducing evaporation, leading to improved water quality. The project is expected to break ground in fall and be complete by the end of 2023. Today, the U.S. Department of Commerce Economic Development Administration announced $2.7 million in American Rescue Plan grant funding to boost broadband access in rural areas. 27 counties can use a cut of the money to set up strategic plans to invite and direct broadband investment in their communities. Every county in our area, shaded there in green, is included.
Two back-to-back human-caused fires kept Reading firefighters busy. Both of the fires were in areas known for transient activity. One of those fires was at a large homeless encampment behind Buckeye Terrace. Firefighters had to contend with trash and dozens of tents in the brush near the fire. PG&E is removing utility poles and power lines by helicopter from the Feather River Canyon. Work started this week to pull about 200 poles from there. It's all part of the plan to move lines underground. Customers in the area will get their power from temporary generators until the project is complete. Work happens today through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. until late September. New information in the death of Northern California Congressman Tom McClintock's wife.
A new autopsy report reveals Lori McClintock ingested a plant that's typically used as an herbal remedy for ailments like diabetes, obesity, and high cholesterol. The coroner's office says McClintock's death in December was an accident caused by dehydration due to gastroenteritis, an inflammation of the stomach and intestines caused by the adverse effects of eating white mulberry leaves. Butte College and community colleges in our state want to offer help to students in need. Based on a survey in 2019, the need is greater than ever. About 1,700 Butte College students took part. 60% of them said they're facing food insecurity. 68% say they don't have stable housing. 23% identify as being homeless. That survey was 3 years ago, though, but with the pandemic and inflation, Butte College thinks those numbers have likely gotten worse. The college is now encouraging everybody to check out their Basic Needs Center for food, housing, and mental health services. Before the center was created, the coordinator went out of the way to personally help students.
They were kind of like in and out of like motels for a while, and then we were finally able to get them into housing. And now just from like the point of when they were living in their boat to like when we got them housed, I saw just their academic progress has just gone up.
The Basic Needs Center for Butte College is on the main campus. These centers are now in every community college in the state. To check out the Basic Needs Center in Butte College, you can go to actionnewsnow.com and click on news links.
One day after the president revealed his student loan relief plan, reaction among Americans is split. Skylar Henry shows us the response from both sides.
Student loan borrowers and supporters celebrated President Biden's forgiveness plan Thursday morning in Washington.
I mean, I am just overwhelmed that 20 million people aren't going to have student loan debt anymore.
The president is delivering on his campaign promise, erasing $10,000 in federal student loan debt for those with annual incomes below $125,000 or couples earning less than $250,000. Now the next step for many of the people here and millions of other borrowers is to figure out how to actually get the relief. The government says it has income information for about 8 million borrowers.
What you need to do is go to studentaid.gov/debt relief. You are going to be waiting for information, and you will have to fill out a form. That means about 35 million people who don't have income information, go do it. And even if they have your information, do it anyway.
While the plan is moving forward, Republicans are denouncing it as an insult to those who chose not to take on debt.
And then there's many other people who took out loans and paid them off. So don't you feel like a sucker now that Biden's coming to do this?
Some critics of the president's plan are concerned the new spending power for borrowers will drive up consumer prices even more.
Now, the plan could cancel an additional $10,000 for those who received an additional on top of the $10,000 for those who received Pell Grants. A heads up, Fishermen, the state issued an advisory today for Antelope Lake in Plumas County for eating black bass, bullhead, golden shiner, and sunfish species.
We're going to take a live look now over the Antelope Lake area northeast of Oroville. The California EPA says the fish tested with lower mercury levels than normal, and you can eat fish from there up to twice a week. Experts say mercury can damage the brain and nervous system if we consume too much. Happening Saturday, Glenn County Animal Control is hosting a rabies clinic for dogs. You can stop by Hamilton City Park from 9 to 10 in the morning or the Capay Fire Department from 11 to noon. It is $15 for a 1-year shot, $30 for a 3-year, and twice as much if your dog is not fixed.
The Northwest SPCA in Oroville is struggling to care for a surge in shelter pets, and they need help. Action News now stopped by today as the Feather Falls Casino and Brewery made a major donation, but the rescue says it will continue to need help from the community. The SPCA says it spends about $300 a week on kitty litter and about $1,000 a week to feed animals. They say there are about 150 dogs in the buildings and 200 cats.
Feather Falls saw a post on our Facebook page of our need for animal food, and they came out. They support us and have supported us for many years, and we really appreciate Feather Falls Casino and Moortown Rancheria. So they saw our Facebook post and stepped up.
If you have the time, space, and money to adopt, the SPCA says it has some great animals in need of loving homes. A halt to FedEx deliveries, how it could affect your holiday.
Well, the weather will not bring an end to your golf game tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of sunshine, a lot of heat, not too much wind, and just slightly cooler temperatures than today. An early tee time still looks ideal, though. 8 a.m. will be in the lower 70s, lower 90s at noon, upper 90s by the mid-afternoon with a few triple digits still possible. We do have some weekend changes. I'll detail them for you coming up in just a few minutes. If we're a minute light, you can give me like 3:15 for Maine weather if you want, at least.
New at 5:30, vinyl is making a comeback, and an overseas company says it's created the world's first ever bioplastic record to help sell music in a greener way.
Bioplastic. Ian Lee shows us how some American artists are backing the new and cleaner vibe.
In the music industry, old is still gold. With vinyl, the needle's been dropping for generations, so why mess with it?
It's one of the dirty secrets in the music industry.
It turns out making vinyl is incredibly toxic.
We know it's PVC, so there's chlorine gases, there's also dioxins.
That led Mark Carey on a 4-year journey to reinvent the record, turning black vinyl green.
I want sustainable products in a 21st century environment, so I had to form a new company and do it myself.
Evolution Music is turning the tables, testing an eco-friendly secret recipe, including sugar and starches, spinning out records they hope one day will become an industry standard. And that's music to artists' ears.
I'm listening for any pops, crackles, surface noise, and that's very good.
Producer Rob Cass believes the sound rivals vinyl.
We believe the quality is extremely high, just about as high as vinyl. We may be 95%.
Blood Records founder Craig Evans says his jaw dropped when he heard the bioplastic record.
Well, the first time that I heard one of those test pressings, I couldn't believe what I was listening to was basically made of bioplastic and plant waste. It's incredible.
REM's Michael Stipe and pioneering American artist B.D. Wolf are among the musicians getting into the groove.
And the artists are increasingly shouting out the labels that we need to be more environmentally aware.
Raising their voices to flip the industry toward a greener future.
Vinyl sales in the U.S. topped $1 billion last year, first since the 1980s. And Evolution Music says when mass-produced, the bioplastic records will cost just about the same as vinyl. And, Alan, it's interesting. I wouldn't think of going out and buying a new record, but I did inherit a lot of old records from my father.
I was going to say, the CDs were already there really as long as you've been on Earth.
But those CDs are long gone now, right? Because they're covered in scratches. Vinyl, they last a lot longer.
I remember when I used to buy albums when I was young, $6, and then it went up to $8 and whatever. That's a long time.
And the sound. I mean, we all use our iPhones. We have our playlist. But there's something different about that sound.
Yeah, it's something I miss for sure. I don't have to, but I don't even have a working turntable right now.
Well, we'll have to go check out the green new version.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
See what it's like.
Well, tensions between FedEx and its third-party contractors could have a big impact this holiday season. The contractors have threatened to shutter operations right before Black Friday due to money loss. Independent businesses deliver most FedEx packages. Deutsche Bank estimates as many as 30% of them are losing money. The bank cited higher costs for fuel, trucks, and drivers' pay as issues hurting the contractors that the businesses cannot coordinate a shutdown due to antitrust laws, but many of them are in the process of forming a trade group to pressure FedEx to improve compensation packages. A national park in our area is gearing up for some new changes, how your voice can be heard.
Plus, it is hot and sunny over Lake Oroville today, but is relief on the way? Chief Meteorologist Jason Stiff is tracking the week ahead.
You're watching Action News Now. Storm Tracker weather. Coverage you can count on.
This is a live look over Siskiyou County, a very bare-looking Mount Shasta off in the distance, and it's dropping down in temperatures just a little bit.
Very green, actually a very beautiful picture right now. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Jason Stiff. What are you tracking this evening, Jason?
Well, thankfully the sky isn't orange or brown. We have lots of blue sky above and not even a cloud to be seen. And thankfully for most of our viewing area, the air quality is pretty good. Now we still have more smoke over parts of Siskiyou County, mainly west of Mount Shasta and certainly along the western periphery of Trinity County. But overall, the valley, the foothills, compared to where it could be this time of year, we have some really good air quality. Now, some of that smoke will once again try to sneak its way into Shasta County tonight and again tomorrow night. But most of the smoke from the Six Rivers Lightning Complex will be staying mainly over Humboldt County. There will be plenty of smoke over Trinity County. Unfortunately, it just won't be very widespread for us, but there is more fire danger. We have a red flag warning out for most of Modoc County tomorrow afternoon through tomorrow evening. And then the lighter red color that you see, that's a fire weather watch for eastern Lassen County and all of Modoc County for Saturday. That's because of increasing wind speed. Not a good chance for dry lightning, thankfully, but there is a storm coming our way, which I'm going to show you coming up in a second. Right now in Alturas is 92 degrees, 90 degrees for Chester and Paradise, 101 after a high of 102 degrees in Redding and 99 degrees in Red Bluff. So as you can see, hardly a cloud anywhere around the region. A little bit of haze and smoke, but thankfully that air quality is looking pretty good for this time of year. Tonight through tomorrow morning, we're going to try to get some of that Delta breeze influence, trying to push some clouds northward through the central and the northern part of the Central Valley, but it doesn't look very likely. We're going to have some high clouds moving overhead Saturday, but only turning our sky from sunny to mostly sunny. We'll also have a cool down coming. You'll notice that. We'll also have some more breezes coming our way Saturday into early Sunday morning too. But once we get past Sunday, that trough of low pressure I've been tracking is going to get pushed out of the way, pushing into the northern Rockies, and we'll have another ridge of high pressure building in from the Great Basin. That means more sunshine, another warming trend. So enjoy the cool down this weekend. Good timing for it too. You'll be able to enjoy it outside. Not a good chance for any wet weather, but by about 7 days from now, the first day of September, we'll have a few more clouds and a minor cool down coming our way. You'll notice looking at our 7-day future cast for the rainfall totals, not looking very promising. There's a slight chance for showers this coming weekend, but if you do have outdoor plans for our lakes and reservoirs, looking fantastic and not going to be as broiling hot as it has been recently. We're going to keep all of our lakes and reservoirs in the double digits. How about that? Upper 80s and more mid to upper 90s around Shasta Lake and Lake Oroville Saturday and Sunday. Here's your forecast for tomorrow. Sunny, smoky, and still hot for Trinity County with highs in the 90s. Even one more triple-digit day for Weaverville. For the Northeast, expecting lows in the cool 40s. Daytime highs, though, upper 80s and lower 90s with more fire danger. For the Ridge, lows tonight mainly in the mild 60s. Highs for most everyone in the 80s, but Paradise will be a little bit warm. A low of 70 and a high of 90 degrees tomorrow. For the Valley, we'll have lows tonight in the lower to mid 60s. Highs about where they were today. 98 to 102 degrees. And for the Chico area, we'll have lows tonight averaging in the mid 60s, highs in the mid to upper 90s tomorrow afternoon, just about where it should be for the last week of August. As we get all the way into the first day of September on Thursday, most days will be in the 90s in Chico. Enjoy that weekend when we'll have lower 90s for highs. For Redding, 102 degrees tomorrow, and we're bookending that forecast, 102 degrees also on the first day of September.
The 2022 high school football season starts tomorrow with those triple digits. Sports Director Jenna Fink gets you ready with a preview of Las Molinas next.
High school football teams kick off the 2022
For a minute.
Yes.
This is a growing program under first-year head coach.
Well, high school football teams kick off the 2022 season tomorrow.
And one of those teams is Las Molinas. Sports Director Jenna Fink joins us now in studio with more on the Bulldogs, Jenna.
Haley and Allen, this is a growing program under first-year head coach Cole Zupin. The Bulldogs added a JV team to help players develop before varsity. And speaking of varsity, this team has plenty of experience on offense, especially at the skill positions. Junior quarterback Ty Walker threw for nearly 2,300 yards and 26 touchdowns starting as a sophomore. Zupin also says to watch out for running back Tucker Sides and wide receiver Landon Brannon. Sides led the team in receiving yards last year, while Brannon only played one game due to injury. Las Molinas lost to Modoc in the first round of the playoffs last season, so this year the Bulldogs want more, but they know they have to stay in the moment.
And we have different milestones that we want to reach, so that way we're not trying to win 10 games all at once. It's 1 week at a time. And, I think that's the perspective that we are trying to instill in the kids is we don't look ahead to anybody. We respect everybody on our schedule.
As long as we run the plays, be strict, be hard on ourselves when we do something wrong, just have a championship mentality, just do 100% on every play, and never give up. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll make it far.
Coach Zupin says players have embraced his coaching staff's underdog mentality, and the Bulldogs' first test of the season comes against Mount Shasta tomorrow night. We'll have highlights and scores from games across our area on Under the Lights. It all gets started at 11:15. Do you know a high school athlete who stands out on the field and in the classroom? Maybe it's an athlete with a unique story. Well, you can nominate them for our Scholar Athlete of the Week. To do so, visit our website, actionnewsnow.com, find the Scholar Athlete of the Week page, which is under the Sports tab, and fill out the form. We'll pick one athlete every week starting next week. The 49ers are playing their final preseason tune-up against the Texans. Right now, Houston leads 7-0 in the first quarter. And this is the first time we've seen some of San Francisco's starters in a preseason game, guys like quarterback Trey Lance. But this is crunch time for players fighting for a roster spot. This is their last chance to prove themselves before the final cut. The Niners have to get the roster from 80 to 53 players by August 30th at 1 o'clock. That's all for sports. I'm Jenna Fink.
Thanks, Jenna. If you're big on hitting the parks, one national wonder in our area is about to see some changes. We'll show you how you can weigh in 2 minutes.
And coming up at 6, a new state rule for transitional kindergarten. How a district in our area is making room for your 4-year-old.
I'm sitting on the ground, but I am ready for a mic check. Okay. Mic check, talking, mic check, talking. Thanks, John.
Yes, sir. Microphone check, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is Ryan Ketchmere. I'm at the Homeless Alternative Campsite, just chilling. Fantastic. Did I sing something? Okay, fantastic. It is sunny outside, a little too hot. My face is red, and I am burning a lot. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you.
Was that the latest track from Drake? No? Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got prompter?
Yeah. Oh, wait, it's still you.
Oh, we're in the show.
Yeah. The National Park Service is working on a design plan for the Manzanita Lake area at Lassen Volcanic National Park.
Now, the park wants your input on improving facilities and getting on track with public needs and expectations. The improvements will protect park resources, improve visitor experiences, and safety. You can go to actionnewsnow.com, click on news links by September 26 to weigh in. Now a live look right now. So that wasn't a live look. This is a live look now over Butte County near Lake Oroville, where the skies are pretty clear and sunny right now.
I love it if I could step outside and see all those stars.
Yeah.
Jason, maybe a little bit later tonight.
Yeah, I realize, I mean, we're getting closer to an earlier sunset, but that's ridiculous. Wow, that was not in my forecast. But I do have a forecast. You're going to be heading down to the Thursday night market. Lots of sunshine, lots of heat. We have some breezes, keeping it feeling a little bit better. We'll be dropping down from the upper 90s at 6 p.m. to the lower 90s by 9. Not very much wind once the sun goes down, and the temperatures will be slightly cooler tomorrow afternoon.
This is a good night for the market. Not too hot out there. Thanks, Jason. Thanks for joining us, and stay right here for Action News Now at 6 straight ahead.